step forward more for us and give us a little bit more quality for the last bit of our play. If we do, we'll start scoring goals, it'll turn, and we'll turn these draws into wins. Because certainly the last couple of games we're going away frustrated, and if we had that bit of quality we wouldn't be. The important thing is how I can get this team to be more potent, find out more quality, and we challenge the players in the forward positions to give this team more. When we do, we'll look more dangerous, we'll have more quality, and we'll turn draws into wins. That's more important than an instant in the middle of the pitch.
All right, so that's Aston Villa manager Steven Gerrard speaking there after that 1-0 draw against Nottingham Forest there. Well, gaffer for Nottingham Forest is Steve Cooper. He credits the hard work his side have done, and despite their bad form this season, the newly promoted side are yet to win in their last 6 outings in the English Premier League. Let's hear it from Nottingham Forest gaffer Steve Cooper.
Okay, it's difficult to compare to last season because it's a completely different team. Not completely, but 3/4, maybe more, is different. And we've had to stop comparing to last. We'll never forget what happened last season as a club. It was unbelievable. But in terms of the football process, you can't compare them because obviously there's so many new players, and we're in this league, which is like a different sport to the Championship, I've got to say. And if we'd kept going as we started, Cara, we'd keep getting the same results. And I don't just mean in actual results of the game, but how the games were panning out. And if we don't change a little bit, then I think that would be slightly naive from a coaching point of view. So yeah, we're trying to find the right balance. We're trying to find the right way for us. And like I said, tonight is definitely a forward step, but also in the commitment from the guys and the heart and the soul, because I know the run is not good. I'm not naive, and we're never going to shy away from that.
All right, so that's Steve Cooper. He's gaffer for Nottingham Forest, newly promoted side in the English Premier League this season. They are yet to win in their last 6 games, struggling bottom. Nope, they are not bottom. It's Leicester City currently bottom of the English Premier League table. Well, to some more related Premier League news, because Liverpool's Luis Diaz is expected to be out until after the World Cup following his knee injury he sustained in a 3-2 defeat to Arsenal on Sunday. However, the 25-year-old underwent a scan after the match, which has revealed no surgery will be necessary, so not looking good for Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Well, Brighton midfielder Enoch Nwankwo has also been forced to retire after being diagnosed with a hereditary heart condition. The 24-year-old fell ill while on a flight to link up with his Zambian teammate in the international break last month and returned to Brighton to undergo further cardiac tests after a period in hospital back in Mali. The Zambian has featured in all 6 of Brighton's Premier League games this season before the September international break, and has played 27 times for the club since joining from Red Bull Salzburg back in July 2021. He's also scored 6 times in 23 appearances for the Zambian national team known as the Chipolo Polo there. So that's in regards to Brighton's Enoch Nwankwo. Sad story there. Well, away from the EPL, England captain Harry Kane will wear One Love armband at the World Cup in Qatar, even if it is prohibited by FIFA. The FA announced in September England will wear a rainbow captain's armband during the tournament as part of an anti-discrimination initiative and in support of the LGBTQ plus community. Yes, so that's in regards to Harry Kane and the armband he's going to wear at the World Cup. While in Spain, Atletico Madrid have re-signed front forward Antoine Griezmann from Barcelona on a contract until 2026. He becomes the 6th most expensive player in history when he joined Barca for £108 million back in 2019. Griezmann scored 35 goals in 102 games before returning to Atletico on a 2-year loan at the start of last season. So that deal is not permanent. He stays with the Spanish Giants. Now, to some local stories, because former Hearts of Oak midfielder and a member of the 64 battalions, that's Lawrence Ajatete, has tipped his former side to qualify to the next stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. Despite the 3-0 defeats to AS Real Bamako in Mali, the Phobians will have to score 4 unanswered goals against their opponents in the second leg of the prelims round at the Accra Sports Stadium this Sunday to stand any chance of progressing. Now, speaking to Class Sports, the 2000 Champions League winner believes playing at home presents a new opportunity for the Phobians to breeze past Bamako and qualify.
It's about qualification. So for me, I think House of Oak will qualify to the next stage. I don't think supporters should write them off. They should keep on supporting the club because it's 2-leg affairs that they are playing. That qualifies to the next stage. And the first leg, you went to the opponent's home and you lost. I don't think you should go down. They were able to score 3 goals in their backyard. So you can also, tally the goals and qualify to the next stage. So for me, I have confidence that Asafo can qualify to the next stage. That's the only thing. Concerning Buidu issue and the coach that thing, I don't want to talk much about that. I'm only emphasizing on the team to qualify. Whoever is under the team line, the only thing is supposed to qualify to the next stage. So I think the supporters should give them the necessary support to support them, come to the fold in numbers, cheer them up, whatever you are as a foot fan you're supposed to do to help the team to qualify. You must do it to help the team to qualify, because at the end it's only qualification that the team wants. So for me, I think the supporters should cheer them and pray for them that they will qualify to the next stage. That's the only thing.
All right, Lawrence suggested a further call on management of the club to augment the squad with players with experience on the African terrain in order to be competitive in the CAF inter-club competitions. Let's take a listen to him once again.
I don't think we are struggling. It's only when just bear in mind, when you qualify for Continental, you must prepare yourself well. Increase whatever you are doing. So for me, concerning people will say a lot about blah blah blah. I don't buy it. Mine is if you qualify and you are ready to go to the Africa, the team you supposed to prepare yourself and meet the demand of this North African and other countries who are playing, who are already in. So that's the only thing. I think you must beef up with players who can meet the demand of the international level. You see, so you must beef up. You can, by all means, you must beef up because you are going to Continental. So you must beef up your team, and see maybe the positions you are lapses. You must do what replace so that you meet run shoulders with those in the. In North Africans and those playing the continental level. So I think you must prepare well towards that competition.
All right, so that's Lawrence Ajatete, yes, a member of the 64 battalions for Heart of Folk, yes, former midfielder, speaking to Class was there. He's tipping his former side to qualify, go past Bamako and get into the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup. We'll see if that is feasible later on Sunday. He won the Champions League, the FA Cup and the CAF Champions League under the late Sir Cecil Jones at Tukwefio back in 2000 there. So good to hear from him. Well, speaking of the game involving Heart v AS Bamako, Togolese referee Yele Bodom Goddo and Wabena Bujona have been appointed as the center referee for the game on Sunday at 3 p.m. So, interesting name there. That's in regards to that game on Sunday. Well, to Kumasi, because Kumasi Asante Kotoko midfielder that Justice Blay returned to training for the first time as he makes progress on his return from injury. The 30-year-old was spotted in training with the rest of the playing body as he marks another important step to full fitness. Blay sustained a major knee injury last season and was forced to miss a chunk of the immediate past campaign before undergoing surgery. So good to see Justice back playing football once again. Well, in women's football, head coach for Azakes Ladies, Yusuf Bazigi, admits this season's Malta Guinness Women's Premier League will be tougher than the past seasons. Azakes are looking to reclaim the title after losing it out to Ampim Dakwa Ladies last season before going on to miss out on the FA Cup as well. Now, the new season presents two debutants each in the Southern Zone and the Northern Zone. Kandi Soccer Academy, Tamale Super Ladies, Asiam Secret and Rich City. Azakes beat Berry Ladies in the opening game. However, Bazigi says they need to work harder to stand any chance of clinching the title this season.
This season is not going to be an easy task, but as and when the league is progressing, we'll be able to make amends. Like you rightly said, it's transitional period for us because we have quite a number of players that we have brought on board, about 11 new players. But we are blending well, and the moment they start gelling, it will be extremely difficult for any team to stop Azakes Ladies. And we are going to make sure that we hold on to every team from now till the time we are good to go. So I think that we can see the likes of Faith Ladies, Army Ladies, and others doing very well. But it's early days yet, like you said. So until maybe we get to the third and fourth game, before we'll be able to testify where the direction is going.
All right, so that's Yusuf Bazigi, gaffer for Azakes Ladies speaking there. They finished as runners-up in the maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League that happened in Morocco there. While in Formula One, Red Bull principal Christian Horner has hailed Dutch driver Max Verstappen for clinching a second world title at the Japanese Grand Prix over the weekend in Suzuka. Now Verstappen needing to outscore Charles Leclerc by 8 points and Sergio Perez by 6 dominated in the wet conditions, and a late penalty for Charles Leclerc sealed the title with 4 races of the 2022 season remaining.